promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. I'm going to step off the land now. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
People will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You are men.
Obviously, it would be a very serious matter for the United States if any country were to attempt to funnel funds to one of our political parties for any reason whatever.
Regularly takes in money from foreign sources. That's a threat to our democracy.
Also potentially troublesome development for Hillary Clinton.
Clinton Foundation accepted millions of dollars from 7 foreign governments when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State.
Saying that foreign nations have donated to the Clinton Foundation. Algeria was lobbying the U.S. at the time.
I read the news today. Oh boy, taking donations from foreign countries, including the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Oman. John, what in God's name are the Clintons doing?
Encountering some new ethical concerns tonight.
Taking money again from foreign governments.
I think many people were shocked.
The appearances are awkward at best.
This is a potentially catastrophic move for Hillary Clinton. Millions of dollars from foreign governments. This isn't just the appearance of a conflict of interest. It's a real conflict of interest.
That's not how our democracy operates.
You always told the truth.
I've always tried to.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video.
The next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian Prime Minister. You told him this. Do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest.
She lied to me. She told me it was the fault of the video.
And to think that she has a shot at being our president, crooked Hillary Clinton. We can't let it happen. If I win, believe me, make America great again, and it's going to be greater than ever before. We have a chance to be greater than ever before.
Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
The United States.
This is America, Jack.
We're Americans.
This is the power of suggestion.
The ultimate gala spectacle.
You want to hear the truth? Yeah, I want to hear the truth. The truth is,
its cruel symptoms can strike anyone.
That's all I'm going to say at this time.
What creates an extraordinary life is an extraordinary mindset.
Now that I got your attention,
listen to this.
Let's go!
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good.
The Wayne Dupree Program.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new week. It's a new week here on the Wayne Dupree Show. We're broadcasting on War Radio. We are America Radio. Glad to have you here, trying to make some changes, trying to fix this country, trying to make this country a better place, along with our GOP nominee, Mr. Donald Trump. We know that he can't do it by himself, and we are here to help him by holding the fort down. That's what we're doing. We're holding the fort down. I'm glad to have my peeps with me. I'm talking about some of the best conservative talk show hosts, not available on the regular networks yet, but they will be on real soon. I'm talking about Miss Cambry Nelson from the West Coast. What's up, Cam?
a ruckus online right now. I'm having fun doing it, but actually I'm encouraging a lot of people to call in because we're talking about what we're going over tonight with the police.
That's
I'm
right.
good. I'm frustrated. I'm happy. I've been venting to my TV, and I've been yelling at Obama in my bedroom.
What's she doing in your
I hope
bedroom?
he heard me. You could ask me a little bit. It all ties into what's going on with this police stuff, but something really just chapped my hide earlier that I heard on Fox News. So we can discuss that later, but hopefully some of the people that I've been going back and forth with on Twitter will call in.
Okay, good. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be interesting, but I want to hear. I really want to. We always have one side. I want to hear the other side. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's.
I do too. I mean, I really wish the other side would call in so they get their tails handed to them. But I mean, I really wish that they would call in, and then we would give them to the Millennial Falcon, talking about Mr. Cole McNeely. What's up, Cole?
There's been plenty of things today that has also, quote unquote, chapped my hide, and that feels very natural coming out of my mouth. No, I'm having a wonderful day. I missed Wayne Dupree this weekend, and I've got to talk to you twice today, sir. So just a pleasure. Just a pleasure.
Complete me.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then we also have the Godfather of War Radio, Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr. What's up, Hutch?
Good evening, Mr. Dupree, Cam, and Cole, and a special good evening to the RSBN chat room monitor. Keep it clean.
And with that, we are also broadcasting live on the Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are not only do we have the YouTube chat room for the Right Side Broadcasting Network, you can also go to rsbn.tv, and there's a great group that's there also. I want to give them a shout out, but I also want to give shout out to our War Radio Spreaker side and our War Radio. We are say it for me, Cole.
We are America Radio.com.
Y'all need to go there too. That is our flagship website. We also have a chat room there. You can also listen to the show there too. Hey, this show is being brought to you by weareamericacoffee.com. We are americacoffee.com. This show is being brought to you by, and every time that we have a show, I try to set myself up with a little bit of this, and it puts a smile on my face. Vitamita Vegemin, girl. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you remember Vitamita Vegemin, Hutch?
No, can't say that I do.
Lucy.
Oh. Lucy.
Vitamita Vegemin, girl.
I do remember now. Yes, I do.
And the vitamins, meats, and vegetables and minerals. It had so much alcohol in it. She was doing a commercial, and it had so much alcohol in it. They kept doing take after take after take. And the product was called Vitamita Vegemin. Vitamins, meats, vegetables, and minerals. But by the time she got finished, it's the meaty girl, because she had drank so much. See, Evelyn in the chat room remembers. Thank you, Evelyn. I feel like I'm on the Black Nation Island right now. I saw that the new Pink Panther Party wants to create their own state, or they want to create their own few states in the United States. That's not going to happen. So, I mean, whatever.
What states are they wanting to try to occupy
I don't know.
Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama,
that ain't
South
gonna
Carolina, and
that
Georgia.
Ain't gonna happen.
They can take Wyoming if they want it. Throw them in there, put a dome over it. It'll be all right.
Go out west, terrorists. Go out west.
China, then we can have China build them their own little islands, and they're set.
Give them North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. Yeah, look.
Really, anything over
it's
there.
It's all free out there. Hey,
why don't we just have law and order and call them a terrorist organization and take them out?
Damn, Hutch.
I mean, you look at what they're saying. That they're it's dangerous. It's the only
you
organization.
You sound like Cam.
Huh?
You sound like Cam. You sound dangerous too.
They're a terrorist organization. Who else?
Hey man, I mean, how
flatten
much
the land
can you do?
Flatten the land. Grab all of the treasures and
take their oil.
Their oil.
What kind of oil they got?
Take their oil, right? Okay, all right. No, take their Jordans.
Take the process out.
Dude, I almost spit my coffee out, Wayne. Oh my lord, I almost just spit my coffee out.
Oh my god. Take the oil.
That's probably my favorite line I've heard in a long time on this show.
That's funny, Hutch. That's funny. That's got to go down with the Abedin one, but
don't ask me to do that one again. I blew it the last time. It's only
That's
funny
right.
the first couple times.
Mr. Trump, if you want to take down the new Pink Panther Party, take them down, take their oil.
Well, I tell you, Joe's doing all kind of things with the graphics tonight.
See,
we had a cup of coffee circling around your head earlier. Now you got the.
We Are America Coffee. That's right. This show is being brought to you by We Are America Coffee. Go there and get it, and email me at wayne.dupree@rsbn.tv. Okay, email me and let me know that you are drinking it, and I want to know what you think. We'll have you on so we can talk about it, and you can be. Let's see, Wayne Trump. 1237 said Wayne sipping too much coffee. No, Hutch was funny. That was funny.
That was very funny.
Take the oil. Take the oil.
Right out of the chivy.
All right, bet. I'm good. All right. The question tonight, because it seems like some people think there's a cop issue across the United States of America. The question tonight is, what is it like in your neighborhood? What type of relationship do you have with the police in your neighborhood? 202-470-6738.
You're an influence on the chat room, Wayne. They're talking about Pink Lives Matter now.
That's right. Pink Panther Party, baby. Ain't nobody. Are y'all really afraid of the Pink Panther Party? Really?
Well, think about it. It's the gays and lesbians have the pink pistols. So maybe the gays and lesbians can come out and be the Pink Panthers.
You almost made me spit my coffee.
That's a California thing.
Huh? What'd you say, Hutch?
That's a California thing. I never heard of the Pink Pistols. Not that I doubt you.
That's Milo's thing, right?
Actually,
well, it is now. But I mean, actually, since what happened in Orlando, the Pink Pistols have come out. It's a huge organization, and they're kind of like an NRA, and they're all members of the NRA, but they're called the Pink Pistols, and it's
Cool,
not
I
just for
guess.
women, but it's for men and women.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a roller derby name. I don't know. Maybe that's me.
Well, they have that in California too.
Roller derby? Yeah, I know. I used to watch Fred Sanford and Son. He used to talk about the roller derby all the time.
Bay Bombers.
So here we go. We're going to be taking phone calls tonight, 202-470-6738. I want to know, tell us, what is it like in your neighborhood with law enforcement? Because we're hearing so much about what's going on. Well, we want to know what it's like in your neighborhood. 202-470-6738. We're taking phone calls, and right now we got Max from California. What's up, Max?
Hey, Wayne, how you been?
I'm fine. How you doing, man?
Good. So I have a question for you. Do you think that if Ted Cruz was a little less conservative, he would have done better like Trump?
You got to add a whole lot to that, Max. You got to add a whole lot because...
Well, like him besides being a liar, do you think if he was less conservative and more middle ground, Trump's in the middle, which helped him a lot, and Ted Cruz is pretty extreme right, which I think really hurt him. Do you agree?
I think that's part of it. For me, I saw a couple more things, and it wasn't his conservatism. It was he couldn't reach nobody.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he couldn't reach nobody. He couldn't reach minorities. He never talked about them.
That's true.
I mean, he just went out there raising his. What did Johan say? Raising the Bible up and down, up and down, up and down. Mr. Trump can reach across party lines, and that's something that we needed at the top of our ticket. I just didn't see Ted Cruz doing it, and I don't. Now I knew. Now the conservatism is something that we all are, or most of us that are watching the show or that are on the show, we are conservatives. So it would behoove us to put to have followed him, but he would have had a harder time than Trump. He would have had a way harder time than Trump because of many of his positions. So, I mean, to me, it was more the crossover thing because this time I want to win. We lost in 2008 with old man McCain. Then we lost in 2012 with Pajama Romney. And, you know, I'm just tired of losing, Max. I'm just tired of losing. That's it for me. You know, I'm tired of so-called conservative people coming out here and saying, well, no, we need Ted Cruz. Well, if he was a chosen one, then he would have been it. But he's not it.
Yep, I agree. Thank you, Trump 2016.
There we go, baby. Thank you. What y'all think about that?
I think he had several problems. Not the least of much was that he
was conservative.
People don't like lawyers. I don't think the conservative part hurt him. I don't think there's a whole lot of people out there in the party that are worried about too much conservatism. I think that once it started playing out, and you know that I was for Cruz at the beginning. I was for a couple people. Cruz was one of them. But I can do basic math. And like you said, the only voters that he was going to get were the voters that were going to vote in the primary for him. He had zero Senate support at all. Everybody hated him. And right, wrong, or indifferent, this is a game of numbers. And it became apparent very early on that there was no chance ever of him getting elected, in my opinion. And then he started acting like a lawyer and doing bait and switch, and it got worse after that.
I would say three things. I agree with Hutch. Probably a pretty horrible personality. He had a punchable face and a voice that made my ears bleed. His presentation was awful. That was the worst part. And Donald Trump, that's what Donald Trump wiped the floor with everybody out there, was how he presented things.
There we go. All right.
I agree with all you guys. I mean, for me, from the beginning, when he came out, it was like, I don't want to feel like I have to be convinced on why I need to vote for somebody, and he wasn't believable to me for some strange reason. I just really kind of didn't believe anything that was coming out of his mouth, and I mean, I don't know. There was just something about the guy that I think everyone thought was sketchy. It's always like he was trying to convince people all the time, and it just did not seem real. It did not seem believable. It did not seem natural. It was over dramatic in a very subtle way, if that makes any sense. And I don't think that's what people want to see when they're looking at someone to be commander in chief. Plus, yeah, he's got to stop the Jesus card if he wanted to go a little bit more in the middle. Because it seriously drove me nuts. I guess, because I'm just raised in the South. I'm used to it all the time. And I'm like, quit pulling the Jesus card on me. Yeah, you need to stop pulling the Jesus card a little bit. But it just did not seem natural for him.
His policies were the least of his concerns. Let's put it that way. That was by far the best, probably redeeming factor of why he was in the race at all.
And like later on, Glenn Beck didn't do him any favors.
Glenn Beck. Let's okay, whatever. Let's take the next call because Glenn Beck. Hey, caller 931. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh my gosh, is this Wayne?
Is this the IRS?
No.
Yeah, it's Wayne. How you doing, girl?
Oh, this is my adopted son. I can't believe I actually called. I am Smart Women Like Trump now, Sarah Jane.
Oh my God, how you doing?
Yes. Oh, I just love all of you so much. You keep my days filled, and I'm just so thankful that we have voices like you.
Well, I'm happy.
Get us through the day.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady just supports everything we do. I mean, she's online, she's responding, she's sharing, she's responding, she fights. I'm so glad to have you on the show. Thank you for calling
Wayne,
in.
young lady, I'm almost 70.
Oh, but look, in this day and time, that's young. So,
well, see? I guess. You're uplifting. You make as we've went through this together with Cruz, the previous caller, I'd listened to him, and you and I were cruising Trump there for a while. And
would you please say that again, please? Because some people don't believe that.
They don't believe that you were for Cruz?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We both were.
I know. All right.
We were, from the start, we were cruising Trump. And as it went, we just agreed the way things were going that Cruz didn't have a chance.
I didn't think.
No way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with that, and the more I kept asking questions, the more his followers, I don't call them supporters. Well, some of them were supporters, but a lot of the followers started attacking us. You know, well, you ain't Christian. You don't follow the golden rule. You know, some crazy stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? If it's all about that, then no. I mean, I don't want him as my candidate. If I can't ask him, why did he take the Goldman Sachs loan, or why did he not put it on the sheet for the FEC? And well, Wayne, why are you trying to sabotage him? I'm asking him a question. I'm asking Cruz a question. Let him answer it. You know.
Right. You're exactly right. And he could never bring the country together.
I don't think so.
The views he had, like you said, with black people, he never connected. He cannot bring multiracial families like mine together. There wouldn't. I never could see it.
Yeah.
Now with Trump, he said some crazy things, but he genuinely loves us.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what race. He's from the North, and that's how they say things. He's not prejudiced. He will help us.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I think he'll have the best people around him.
I agree. Well, look, I want you to call in anytime you want to. You have a straight line B shot right here, anytime. Okay?
Oh, I just love you. I would adopt you if you didn't have a good mother. And I love you, Cam. And I don't know Hutch that well, but I love all of you, and I think of you daily, and I pray for you. And
thank you.
And I'm just going to listen every day, and I will call you. And thank you, Wayne.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Kim. She inspired me from that first video she did.
I know yeah. You know what? And I didn't even put two and two together. I really didn't think that was her, or I really didn't know that she was. No, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious as a heart attack.
Oh, she was wonderful. When she got on that video, I was yelling with her. I was like, yes, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And, and she just inspired me.
I was like,
thank you, darling.
I was like, who is this? And she's turning the tables.
Come on, nobody was saying anything.
Yeah.
I saw everyone like. I was like, somebody's got to stand up and say something, and then nobody did, and then it took freaking show on Megyn Kelly in the National Review. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. No, it was a great video. It was a great video.
You were brave. I started volunteering for Trump, and I received a letter at my home, and I had to get the FBI involved. And so I have MS, and I just stayed away, and I just will not put my name out there because there was so much backlash. And one of my children are in law enforcement, and this has just been such a scary election season.
Yeah, well, I tell you this.
I just love all of you, and I will call in.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
And you have a good evening. I'm going to get back on there and listen to all of you.
All righty. Thank you a lot.
Love from me.
All right. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, 202-470-6738. What is it like between you and the police in your neighborhood? What is it like between you and law enforcement in your neighborhood? Is it that bad? Is it that good? Do you have a good relationship? Is it a bad relationship? What is your answer? Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm actually calling from all the way up in northern Canada, so hello to everyone all down there in D.C.
What's your name?
Brighton.
Brighton, okay. From Canada.
Yeah.
Okay,
actually all the way in the west coast, actually.
Okay, all right. So,
yeah, go ahead.
How you doing?
All right. Just having a chill day off, you know. Yeah, it's all good. We're all chilling out. Everyone's chilling out, watching this, listening to the stream. It's all good.
Well, that's good.
The question was about the police, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's way more different from where I live, but I've had a lot of run-ins with the police. I'm not gonna lie, but let's just say I've dealt with a lot of them going due to assumption, and they jump to certain causes, and I've gone in places where I could have actually gotten arrested for the wrong causes and stuff. You know, just minding my own business and doing my day. But I don't know. That's pretty much all I got on that subject. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm like from, you know, north of the border, so very different circumstances.
Okay.
But I do think it's pretty disgusting seeing how these Pink Lives Matters, basically, they're just being all this disgusting, spreading all this like pro cop shooting trash. Like, I've had trouble with the police, but I've never wanted any of them to basically, you know, be killed, which I think is pretty scummy in my opinion. I know that's some harsh language, but when I heard about that attack in Dallas, I just was like,
yeah, that was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was just absolutely disgusting. Like, I usually don't get upset with a current event, especially like thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
But that pretty much did for me, and I was just like, man, you know what? If I ever see the mainstream media treat them as an activist group, I'm literally going to puke, because like, this is just sad. Without a doubt. That's all I got pretty much to talk about the current situation, but yeah.
Hey, Brighton.
I hope.
No, go ahead.
I hope just Donald just straightens things out, because we need him more than ever. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, Canadians for Trump and Trump 2016. That's all I got to say.
All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Brighton.
Of course.
I just want to say that's the difference between Canada and the United States right there. He says scummy on air and he apologizes for his harsh language. And that first night on the Right Side Broadcasting, we had 4 F-bombs dropped in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that. That was kind of, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead with what you were saying. I just thought that was funny.
Go ahead, Hutch. Oh, Hutch? Okay, bet.
Yeah, you caught me off guard. This happens from time to time on live radio. Wayne does it on purpose. It's an art form. He's got it down to.
Take their oil. That's all you got to say.
Take the oil.
You know, the thing is, though, really, in all seriousness, and to Brighton, too, and I bet he would admit this, that 99 times out of 100, if you're having problems with the police, it's because something that you're doing. It's not something that the police are doing. You know, you hear the narrative. A Harvard professor came out today, a black Harvard professor, did a statistical research project after the assault on the guy in New York City, and found that the interaction between police and black Americans was more physical than with white Americans. He studied like 4 or 5 major cities, but the shootings were identical or lower than against white Americans. And the reason that the interaction is more is because when you have people committing more crimes, they have more interaction with police. And like it or not, this is a fact. It's one of the reasons why we have so many problems. And until we address both sides of the issue, not just Hillary Clinton coming out and saying that she's going to talk to white people about how wrong we are. You know, if you really want to have a conversation about it, look at what the chief said in Dallas. The chief of police pretty much summed it up. I'm sure you guys all heard that.
I'm so glad you brought that stupid comment from Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton wants y'all white people to step in our shoes, to step in black people's shoes. Yeah, that's the highest form of pandering I've ever seen in my life. I think it's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen an old white grandmother say. I think,
you know, it gets so sickening. You know, it really does. It's like nobody wants to have a real conversation.
No, not her. I mean, that's a comedy thing. That's a comedy bit. That's stupid. I mean, honestly, Hillary Clinton doesn't even want to be black. She hates black people. For the last 30 years, what legislation has Hillary Clinton put forward for black people that helped them? We also have Stacey Russ joining us on the show from Georgia. How you doing, Stacey?
Hey, I'm doing well, y'all. How's everybody out there doing?
Fine. We got Cam and Cole and Hutch on the show. Hutch just brought up the statement from Hillary Clinton over the weekend about white people need to step in. No. What she said? I'm gonna call for white people to step into black people's shoes.
Well, for the RNC convention, I'm just going to wear your suit, Wayne, and your breeches and then your shoes, and I'm going to walk my happy butt right into convention.
Wayne, I have a feeling your shoes would be too small for me, but I'll give it my best shot, brother.
Wait a minute. Hold on. The woman that said that is sick. She's sick.
She actually looked like she was under the influence
Didn't
of
she-
medication during
didn't
that
she?
interview. Did you see her?
She looked like she dumb as an
She
onion.
really did. She didn't
She had
look.
that whooping cough medicine.
Yeah, I was about to say she probably got something to use on her vocal cords, so she's like coughing up a storm every time they ask her a question.
Yeah, Uma Abedin. So,
Oh man, now I gotta clean my monitor.
what? I didn't say anything. I mean, come on, y'all. We have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Wayne. I'm calling from Colorado.
Wayne from Wayne? Really?
Yes.
What's your middle name, Wayne?
Burn it.
Okay, all right. We ain't the same person. How you doing, Wayne?
No, I'm doing good.
Okay, what you want? The question of tonight is how is it within your neighborhood with how's the relationship between law enforcement and the community?
I'll speak on it. I'm also a bounty hunter, so I interact with the police officers all the time.
Oh, you a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Really? You got your own show too?
No. They've offered me a few times, but you can't bounty hunt with cameras behind you.
I had to look around me and see if I had some cameras behind me. All right. I mean, you know what? Y'all can play all you want to, but I ain't playing. I'm looking. All right, Wayne.
I hear you. You have to nowadays.
So, and let me also bring that question around to you in what Hillary Clinton said about white people stepping in. She's going to call. I guess it's going to be an executive order, a bill that's going to be passed. I don't know. She's going to call, like she called Wall Street. She went to Wall Street and told them to stop. Yeah, I guess she's telling white people to step into black people's shoes. What do you think about that?
Okay, number one, it's impossible. I mean, given who she is, number one, anything she says now, if she was to make president, she's not going to keep her word anyway. She's just saying what she has to do to please people to get into office. But you know, and I know, I've followed the Clintons for over 25 years. Talk about crooked. That's not even. I could go into some detail, but I'm not. It'd take too many years to do that. But she's going to get into office. And we think we've seen crooked. So far, we haven't seen anything. She went into a black church on Martin Luther King Day, of all times. That's all staged. She has no love for the black man, period. She knows nothing about what the black man goes through at all. When's the last time you seen her on her own, not political, but just on her own, going to a black neighborhood?
She ain't going to do it.
Because she wanted to.
She ain't going to do it.
And talk to mothers and people that, have been affected by these crimes. She's not going to do it. Any mothers that she has talked to, she's outright lied to them. They've been on the air. They've talked about it. How Hillary told them, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to help you out and get this fixed. And not one, she won't even return them mothers' calls anymore. And some of these were black mothers that have been hindered by some of the things that's going on. So if she was to get in office, forget it. Right now, I'll tell you something. I have a love for all. I don't care what, any color could be an ass,
Mm-hmm.
But I got a love for all color, and to use the colored card, the race card, as a stepping point to try to get yourself elected and try to get more black votes. Well, that's what Obama did to get in office.
Sure
Look what
he
he
did.
did to the black man.
Sure he did.
You know what I mean? And the Spanish, he promised to help the Mexican American too. It's same thing, America is not stupid, all right?
Damn,
America
man.
has one problem. Here's the problem. Get a voice for us. And I just ran across you today. I'll be honest with you, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But we need voices like yours.
Oh, thank
but we
you.
also need someone that's in legislation that could push the agenda to hold these people accountable. Now, the director gets up there talking about Hillary lied. She lied this way, she lied that way. He lists about 14 different lies that she said. And then says, well, we're not going to hold her guilty because it wasn't intent. Well, I'm sorry. If you signed a paper when you started office saying this is how you send the documents and you did opposite of that, that's intentional.
Ladies and
Now, I
gentlemen.
don't have a master's degree or nothing else, but you know what? And there should be some other law that if you're caught in this many lies, you shouldn't be able to run for president.
That's the problem. There are laws. He just didn't enforce them.
Well, the thing is, by the time it does get to the people who have the jurisdiction to do something about it, they're in her pocket or they're crooked and they've been in the politics for so long, nothing's going to get done anyway, you know? So I think it's just going to take a massive amount of American people to stand up and just say, you know, enough's enough. I mean, I'll be honest, I never voted till now. I'm going to vote Donald Trump because he's the only one that is talking that number one is biblically logical to take care of your fellow man.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a mistake, own up to it. You know, don't make it a habit of telling lies. Be who you really are. You know, and he's our only hope. You know, will he make it? I don't know. After watching this thing that Hillary went through and getting away with it, I don't know what's going to happen to that poor man. I'm kind of scared for him.
Well, Wayne, listen. I'm making you an honorary Dupree, and you can call in anytime you want to. I really appreciate that call, okay?
Hey, no problem at all. I'm Wayne out of Colorado, and I tell you, I'm not afraid to say the way it is.
I know
I'm
that.
not afraid to take the fall for it.
Hey, you can be on my team anytime because Cole gives away our position, but you can be on my team anytime. I appreciate that.
You hold on to my number. If you need an opinion, I'll be glad to give it.
All right, thanks. There we go.
I'm hoping Wayne from Colorado is actually representative of a lot of Americans, because when Comey laid out the case against her and then didn't indict, you know, you want to walk in a black man or woman's shoes, Hillary, you would be indicted. You'd be held accountable.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. That's a good one. Hillary really don't want to walk in a black person's shoes because Hillary would have went to jail.
She would have went to absolute.
That was good. That was good. That was good. I like that. Yeah. I mean, well, actually,
not a meme.
actually, I put one out. Was like, okay, so you want to walk in somebody's shoes when you gonna wear your prison flip flops? But no, you did. That was good. See? Oh, Cole, we buddies now. You gonna laugh at that, huh? All right.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
Wayne? We're always friends, man.
I know you, but you give away our position too much, though.
I'm not gonna pretend to know what you're getting at, but caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Tom from Detroit suburbs.
What's your name again?
Tom.
Tom from Detroit. How you doing, Tom?
Doing good. Listen, I'm probably the only guy in the world that's going to tell you who Mr. Trump's vice president is going to be. It's going to be Mike Huckabee.
What?
Mike Huckabee.
Hey, Tom. Guess what? Tom. Guess what? I don't know you, and I consider us friends since you decided to call in. But I'm getting ready to ask you something. Are you drinking right now?
No. However, I would like to ask you and your Cam and Hudson all a question.
Uh-huh.
I've been a day one Trump supporter,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just wondering what I'd like to see Trump become more of a businessman than a politician. Talk numbers and stuff. What's your opinion of that? And I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you, Tom. You know what? Actually, Stacey, go.
Of course you did me while I'm typing it. There we go. I feel twofold about that. Number one, dear Lord, please help us. I don't want Mike Huckabee to be his running mate, and quite frankly, I don't like any of the VP choices he's got out there. But that's just my opinion. As far as the numbers go, I think if he wants to appeal to people who are in the small minority who follow this stuff day in and day out, he'll get specifics on numbers and ideas. But, his appeal is to the mass population. And I think that that's what he's trying to attract, to put himself over the edge, because the never-Trumpers are going to be a problem, I think, in this election. And I think if he loses, it's going to be because of the never-Trumpers. So I think that he might need to stay away from some of the specifics. I like some of the more serious policy speeches he's given, but his appeal is a mass appeal, and I don't think that you're going to see too many specifics except for maybe during the debate.
Hutch?
I think that's right. I think Stacey's right. I think that I do like a couple of them. I do like General Flynn, just because he's pretty much been apolitical He's a registered Democrat his whole life, just like I was, until I had an epiphany. Flynn was concentrating on his career.
He still sounds like one, though.
What's that?
He still sounds like one, though.
On the abortion issue, but I think that this is something that I had talked to Stacey previously about, the 50-meter target, and I think General Flynn gets it. I think we have some issues right now that if we don't deal with them, nothing's going to be the same. And two of them are immigration and national security. And I think that if we don't deal with those two issues decisively soon, that the rest isn't going to matter. I mean, if we don't deal with immigration, I don't know about your neighborhood, but I'd like to ask the listeners this too. Have you noticed a demographic change in your neighborhood? Because I have. I see more people from Latin America and the Middle East in my city every day.
Smell like chicken? I'm just asking questions. I mean, you know.
I saw a lady today at the lunch counter. It was 90 degrees here today. And I saw a 6'4" Arab guy with a 5'2". I don't know what she was because she was covered from head to toe.
That sounds like Osama. That
with
sounds
a
like
slit
Osama.
for the eyes, and that's all that there was. And it was 90 degrees out.
Is Obama bin Laden over there?
Probably.
That was Obama bin Laden.
I guess. Is Cole still here?
See. He goes to sleep sometime. I don't know.
Apparently,
there he
people
is.
don't know I'm here in the first place.
Hey,
so.
Cole.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
All right.
Wonderful show you're having here.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Christopher.
Hey, how you doing? From Oahu.
Good. Yeah.
And how old are you again?
I am 14.
Okay, all right. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Did you see that article about how the press can't film Hillary walking upstairs?
Say again?
That article about how the press can't film Hillary walking upstairs?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. But, I mean, I can understand. I mean, nobody wants to watch that walking up the steps.
I saw her fall into a plane on a video.
I'm being serious. I don't want to watch that walking up the steps while I'm eating Jell-O. That's not something I want to watch. And I want Christopher.
You say Jell-O?
Yeah, I want Christopher to grow up to be a strong young buck, man, ready to. I don't want him watching Hillary Clinton walking up the steps. That'll mess him up. Christopher, you don't watch Hillary Clinton walking up no steps nowhere. You hear me?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, and look, you can call back anytime, Christopher. You got an open line here.
Right.
You got that? Thanks for listening, though.
Yeah.
Smart kid, man.
Yeah.
Getting into politics at 14 years old, man. That's inspiring. I was about to say, you go to Punahou, because, I mean, Punahou, he's a smart kid for starting to notice this. This is the second time he's called in.
Yeah, but ain't nobody want to watch no Hillary Clinton walking up no steps.
We're building kids up.
She probably has them stockings with the line down. Remember that?
I mean, the press probably made that real. Hey, we ain't filming her walking up no steps.
She got the shoes where the toe comes out. Remember?
Hey, real quick, guys, I got a question. You know, didn't they say that Joe Biden and Obama are going to Dallas tomorrow?
Oh my God! You know what? Some stuff came in my head. I can't repeat it on the air because the Secret Service is going to knock on my door. But
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm going to clarify, NSA, I was not thinking that. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, I'm just going to watch Oliver Stone movie tonight.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I think I just got what y'all are laughing at.
Yeah, did you? Dallas Love Field. Okay, so
Pam, I'm gonna tell you I didn't because I didn't hear what they were saying. So
no, she said.
I'm thinking. I'm not really sure. I was just saying it because we know that Loretta Lynch is actually going to be investigated, or she has to testify tomorrow. So I was wondering if both of these guys.
Oh Lord, something's going to happen.
Flying into Dallas is a way to keep all eyes off of Loretta Lynch.
Yeah, They could have went to Dallas today. They could have went to Dallas on Wednesday. They had to go on a day that Loretta Lynch is going to sit in front of Congress. And I tell you anything, nobody wanted to watch Loretta Lynch walk up the steps either.
Hey, you want to know something though? For real, today on Fox News on the special report, it took till 43 minutes until Hillary Clinton was mentioned.
Really? 43 minutes.
Yeah, and Cam, I think that's a good point that you've got there. I mentioned to you earlier, I think it's a lose situation for the GOP to bring her out there just because it's a circus. It's complete political theater, and they never get to the bottom of anything, and they don't get any questions answered. But it would have at least gotten the story back onto Hillary Clinton, which this
Trey Gowdy, though. You think Trey Gowdy will be there,
yeah,
right?
But that's one question, 1 5-minute soundbite. Because they have to give every single person the opportunity to ask a question on both sides. So you got the other side saying the GOP is a bunch of black women haters, bringing up the attorney general who's got this superb record, and all they want to do is da-da-da, and the FBI's already cleared her of charges, and you said that you wouldn't, so you're going to hear that for half the time, and then you're going to hear a bunch of bozos asking questions, except for Trey Gowdy and maybe 3 other of the congressmen who are on that committee. So it is going to be a lose situation for the GOP tomorrow. The only win would be to steer that back to the news, like Hutch was saying, 45 minutes, and they don't bring her up. And Black Lives Matter, funded by Soros, has every intention of keeping these blocking the traffic, things in the news so that we don't talk about Hillary probably for the next couple of weeks.
Stacey gets it.
Hey, look what happened today.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I didn't know I was on yet. I'm calling from Ohio.
What's your name?
Jason.
All right, Jason from Ohio. What you want to talk about real quick?
All right, man. I got something to talk about. Here, on that shooting up in Florida, there's internet going around on YouTube about it being fake. Well, now the shooting of that one dude that was shot by the police officer with his girlfriend in it with a baby. Okay, it's going around. That one's fake too on YouTube, and I just want to see what your thoughts was about that, Wayne. You think, truthfully and honestly, that the government is trying to bring us all down so we could fight with each other?
Yeah, they've been doing that for years, though. But I mean, I don't know about the. I don't know. Are you talking about the cop shooting the guy in the car?
Yeah. Like if you look on, there's like video of it, and it shows it like it's all switched around. Like cars going by, you can see the cars. The driver, which he was driving on the news, it showed him he was the driver. The steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car, and it's just like it was like fake. And another thing is, if I got a kid and there's shots going off already, being shot and all that,
you aren't gonna be that
kid's
calm,
gonna be crying for it,
right?
For mommy or daddy.
I agree,
and that's not even in the video.
I agree. I mean, hey, thanks, Jason, for calling in. I appreciate that. No, I agree to a certain extent. I mean, the government has been pitting us against each other for a while now. They don't care. It's all a money thing to them. As for the recording, and some people say that they see the wheel on the other side. That's also with the video, because I've seen that too, where I take a picture or something and it's on the other side, and we're not in Europe, so I mean, I've seen that before, but that doesn't have anything to do with that. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Josh. I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Josh from the chat room. See, you got in.
Yeah.
How you doing? How old are you?
Good. I'm just saying, I want to say something quick.
How old are you?
Hillary Clinton is the most lying person I've watched all there, and half of my family supports her, the other half doesn't. I try to stay away from the half that does.
Well, there you go.
Which is hard at Thanksgiving. At Thanksgiving, I sit in my other room, but the problem is they don't understand they don't watch the news. One of them doesn't leave the house at all, and they don't see what's going on in this world.
Mm-hmm.
They sit in their chair and they play this video game on their iPad the whole day. And I call them the uneducated class, and I think that the uneducated class are the people who are voting for Hillary Clinton.
Josh, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Wow. We're reaching the youngest. This is making me feel good.
Beautiful, Josh. Look, hey, Josh, whenever you want to jump on the line, just let us know. Okay. And thanks for calling. And stay away from Hillary walking up the steps. Okay. Don't just turn the channel on that. I mean, right now I'm sick. I might even have nightmares, Josh. You need to pray for me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You take care now.
I will.
Okay. Josh is smart.
This reminds me of
follow your instincts, Josh. You're on the right track.
Josh is smart, huh?
Every time you say that, it reminds me of the SNL with Peyton Manning, where he's helping out the kids or whatever. And it was the foam football set. I don't know why. It just does, because it seems like the most random thing to say. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm delusional. Go on with your show. I'm not here. Nobody thinks I am anyway. Go, Wayne.
I mean, who brought that up anyway? Chris, right? Chris brought that up. I don't know, man. Cam, what they feeding those people out there in Hawaii for Chris to come on here and mess up my night like that?
About walking up the steps?
No, not me. Hillary walking up the steps.
Macadamia nuts.
What are they feeding them? They're feeding them a bunch of kalbi, kimchi, poke, lao-laos.
See, you know what? I got to talk to you after the show.
Macadamia nuts from Roseanne Barr's Macadamia Nut Farm.
Hey, the internet going around on YouTube being fake.
Yeah, she's on Big Island.
Did you hear that though about the guy? The guy was like, the internet was on the YouTube. And
hey man, I mean, you have to see. A lot of people in Hawaii are waking up to. I mean, they're waking up to what's going on there. People don't like Governor Ige there. They're still fighting for their own land, and that's just a lot of people don't realize is there are people on the islands that are fighting for their own land, and the government's coming in and confiscating it and taking their private property and turning it into big hotels. So there's stuff going on everywhere that a lot of people don't know because it doesn't take the media doesn't show it. But we got a caller, 812. What's your name and what state you calling in from?
Yes, my name is Terry, and I'm calling from Indiana.
Hi,
hey, Terry.
Hi.
Hey, Terry, you wouldn't be from Terre Haute, would you?
No, that's about 70 miles away. I'm actually from Evansville.
Okay, I mean, I was going to say you got a whole place named after you. You know, I mean.
No, that's Terre.
Okay, all right.
Terre Haute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Terry.
Penitentiary.
Excuse me?
I just said home of the penitentiary.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got federal penitentiary there.
What do you want to talk about tonight, sir?
Well, I've seen something. It has me fired up, as I guess I'm an African-American now. I mean, whatever it is we're calling ourselves. We're blacks, Negroes, Afro-Americans, African-Americans.
What's up, brother?
Colored, whatever we are, I'm an American. But I see this thing that has me I'm incensed. I'm looking at Breitbart. I don't know if you're familiar with Breitbart.
Yeah, we
They have an article here. This guy who is so-called National Minister of Defense for the People's New Black Panther Party, Babu Omawale, I guess it's pronounced, and says his group and allied organizations have their sights set on establishing our own government within a nation within a nation.
Yeah, you know what? I saw that, dude.
And they say that...
What the hell is wrong with them?
And he's claiming 5 states belonging to the, quote, black nation, end quote, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, and Georgia.
I like to see.
I said, what kind of inverted reality are these people living in?
Terry, I like to see him try to take those 5 states.
Are you kidding me? Look, you being black,
Get it out.
We have been socially engineered for so long. Most of us can't even get along in our own neighborhoods. Good luck with forming your nation within a nation. It's ridiculous.
Do you really think that they are that organized to take 5 states? They can't even take a couple blocks for them to take 5 states.
I mean, it's crazy. And the fact is that he's got actually people joining him to think they're going to make this happen. These people are living in an inverted reality.
I agree.
I love that. I love that saying. That's a good point. Inverted reality.
I mean, it's the truth. We sit there and you got Hillary here and Bill that's got all kind of ties to racists and KKK members and everything, but Donald Trump is the racist. Now, here's a guy that the term racist was never used synonymously with his name all the way up until he started getting taken seriously as running for the president.
Yeah, well,
you ever notice that?
Well,
nobody ever said anything about Trump being a racist before he got taken seriously as far as running for the presidency.
Well, that's something, Terry, that we talk about on the show. It's like everybody was all on their knees begging for morsels and crumb spots when he was on top of the world with The Apprentice and trying to get grants and trying to get loans from him, and politicians, even Ted Cruz was in there, got some money and stuff. But just as soon as he decides to run, then all of a sudden he's racist. Oh, he's part of the KKK, and we never heard those things in the past 30 years. We never heard about no KKK crap with Donald Trump.
No.
They can't pull nothing over on us, right?
Right. And here's the thing. I've got to argue with people. I argue with so-called African Americans in the barbershop. I remember one guy, I got to telling him about Obama, his first term. This guy got so mad. He jumped up, started bucking and snorting and stomping and stormed out of the place. I said, man, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Is he your savior?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Hey, Terry, thank you for your call. You can. I want you to call in again anytime. Just stick with us at Right Side, okay?
All right. You know that. Got to be on the right side.
All right, brother. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Terry from Indiana. We got another calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mary, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Mary.
In the Atlantic City area. I used to work for Donald Trump in their casino games office when I was in my 20s, and it was a great experience. And I'm here to tell you that it was like the United Nations working there, and he's not a racist. And I can't imagine anybody ever calling him such a thing. I only had the opportunity to meet him twice, just kind of walking through the building. But it was quite an experience. I learned a lot. And I don't have anything but good things to say about him. It was I had good medical benefits. He seemed to care about his employees, and there was no problem. So I don't understand where all this is coming from.
Well, Mary, we appreciate your call, and I mean, I think that's the point in all this is that it's interesting to find people who actually know Donald or have met Donald before, and the personal side of Donald appears to be much different than the public persona of sorts. You'll hear how humble he is, that type of thing, more so in private, and it's fascinating to me. I'm not sure. At some point, you got to question how much of what he does is obviously just putting on a show for the media, that type of thing. And I think that's a lot of it. But no, I think that's probably the truth. I think that most people who deal with Donald Trump on a personal basis, and I think this goes true with most people, can understand the fact that they are not out to get you. That's what I mean. If people would be willing to sit down, have rational conversations, and actually know these people, if the black guy who hates the cop would actually be willing to sit down and talk to that cop or whoever it is, I'm sure they'd get along much better than they'd think. But it's because they're so far away, and they're this larger than life figure or group of people, such as the cops, that they're not a real person. Let's put it that way. They aren't associated with an actual human being because they seem so far away. And I think that's what happens with Donald Trump and other people so often.
And to speak with go ahead, Stacey.
I was going to say, and to speak to another point, Cole, with the Dallas shootings and everything going on, I think that we all need to remember that Americans, whether you're on the left or the right, or I should say Democrat and Republican, we agree on a lot more things than we disagree on. And I think there is a very, very small minority that sound like they are the majority of this country because they scream the loudest and they figured out how to get most of the media coverage. And I think that that's one thing that Trump has been able to do, and that's why you hear two different personas. one that we see in the public and one that he has in private, because I think he too, in his own way, has figured out how to use the media to get his message out. Okay, and we've got a caller on area code 813. Go ahead, caller. What's on your mind?
Hi, it's me. It's Sandy Bergstein from the chat, the RSBN chat. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Sandy, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Wesley Chapel, Florida.
From Florida. Okay, which one to talk about real quick? Oh, and before you go on, let everybody know what's going on. Joe, I talked to our producer in the back, and he's going to give us another 30 minutes. So we're going to stay on for another 30 minutes. 202-470-6738 on a Monday night. We are breaking the bank here. That's right. We're really going nuts. Just don't turn on or watch Hillary Clinton walk up no steps. Okay, go ahead, Sandy.
Say thanks, Joe, because he knew I was calling in. That's why we got another 30 minutes. So I wanted to say about this. There was a couple of things. Well, Hillary Clinton telling us to walk in the black man's shoes, really. Well, it must have been what Bill and Hillary were thinking about when they passed the crime bill. And they put tens of thousands of African Americans in prison.
Yeah, they didn't
and they're
think
probably
there.
still there today.
Yeah.
I mean, and that still is remembered by a lot of the black community.
Yeah. I mean, well, I sent her a message. She hasn't responded to it yet, Sandy, but I asked her about that super predator thing, and she hasn't responded yet. But thank you for the call, Sandy. Sandy from the RSBN chat. You keep it down in there, okay?
I will. Thank you very much.
All right, dear. Thanks. Yeah. Cam, she didn't want to. Why isn't she responding to me? I mean, what's up? Why isn't Hillary Clinton responding?
Oh my gosh!
I'm asking her questions.
The only time that woman talks is when she can narrate the conversation. Why don't you think she's had a press conference? She doesn't want people asking her questions. She wants to set up the questions prior, and then she'll answer what she has already prepared, or she has all of her 800 different aides go in and basically, go over the questions and decide if this is appropriate or not. So Hillary can, answer them strategically. She's never going to answer anybody's questions. I mean, that's why I keep saying when it comes to the general election and she starts debating, and this is the problem. She's going to struggle once Donald Trump gets on that stage and calls her out on something. She's going to struggle with it because this will probably be the first time anybody will have the ability to call her out on things. And it'll probably be Donald Trump. It won't be the moderators of the debate. But it's going to be interesting to see how she's going to be able to react to that. I think she's in trouble once she gets to the debate stage.
That's just more white privilege coming out. I guarantee if I asked her, I'd get an answer. Just how us white people work.
So are you saying the reason why she won't answer me is because I'm black?
It's a race thing.
Wayne's black? Nobody told me that.
I keep hearing it, but I didn't know that. I didn't know I was.
You have to go back at her now and start asking her that. Is that why you're not responding to me, to Hillary? Because I'm black?
You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, too.
She'd be giving it to her people like, what do I do? What do I do? How do I respond? He's black.
Hey, we have been using this for a little while, but we're going to start using it more on Twitter and Facebook, actually. If you want to ask us questions and you're on Twitter or Facebook, just use the hashtag WD Show, okay? WD Show. And if you want to ask us questions and you don't want to call in, but you got a pressing question, just use the hashtag WD Show. Okay, all right. We have Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is racist, ain't she?
A little bit.
She's racist.
I want to go way back to Wayne's call.
Which one?
Wayne called in.
The bounty hunter?
Because, and it was pretty cool because Joe put like Dog the Bounty Hunter up on the video.
Did he really?
He
I didn't even see it.
But he mentioned something that I think is what in the military we call the combat multiplier. And this is something that, Stacey, just to ease your worries about the Never Trumpers, I think this is something that is going to happen. There's a lot of people out there that haven't voted in their whole lives. I've come across them on my show. Wayne said it. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he said to us he never voted before. Yeah. And he sounded like a mature American that wasn't 20. And I think that there are a lot of people out there that the pollsters aren't capturing. I think there is a movement in this country. I truly believe this. And it's going to draw people from Democrats and draw people from areas that have never voted before. I had a 73-year-old woman tell me that her son actually told me he had to take her to register to vote for the first time. I think that there are people, we have overwhelming numbers in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm trying very hard not to listen too much to these pollsters because I frankly don't believe them. I think that the American people, even people that previously voted for Obama, are realizing we are in an existential situation right now.
Say that again.
Existential situation right now.
Say it one more time.
You want me to say it 3 times? We have a problem with our existence if we don't do something pretty quickly. And I have hope.
That's
hope
good.
and
Yeah,
change.
I mean, I have hope too, especially after Brexit. It seems like there is, my comment after Wayne's call was that I hope that he represents a lot more people out there. And I think the best thing Comey could have done, to be quite honest, is not recommend an indictment of Hillary Clinton, because I think it really is the nail in the coffin of waking some people up, some more people up to, there's really a problem in Washington. There's a huge problem in Washington, and the only way she's going to be held accountable for all of the crimes that she's committed is if she doesn't win the presidency. And so, I hope you're right. And I will tell you too, it's anecdotal at best, but I've talked to a lot of people as well who haven't voted in past elections who say they're voting for Trump as well. So I'm very hopeful that you're right about that.
The only other thing I would say about it is a lot of people that I hear on our side think that electing a president is going to fix everything.
I know.
And that's not American. That's not American. Stop doing that. We're going to get the guy elected, but then we have to do things. We have to get back to our families, back to our churches, back to our community organizations. We're the ones that have to change it. One guy in Washington, we're not some kind of tyrannical dictatorship where this one guy is going to fix anything. I'm not voting for a deity or anything like that. We need to get straight, but we have to be part of it too.
Right.
We do. I think that is the biggest thing that people, that concerns me, quite frankly. A lot of the time with Trump's popularity is that I don't want people to think that he's going to fix everything. I think it's going to be a good thing for an outsider and a businessman outsider to see how corrupt things are in D.C., to shine a light on it. I think that that's really important, and what it needs to do is motivate all of us to get more involved. And I tell you what, with what's his name, Paul Ryan plummeting in the polls, what a nice thing that would be to have him primaried out. Would you just die? Would that be the very best thing we could do at this point in time?
Did you see what Paul Nealon was doing?
About the wall around his house?
Take down your wall. It was amazing.
He went to Paul Ryan's backyard, or went to his property, and was calling him out by having a little impromptu, well, it wasn't a press conference, but he was doing a little video there in front of Paul Ryan's, or in back of Paul Ryan's house. And I was like, you know what? That reminds me of Ali. When Ali drove a bus on Sonny Liston's lawn and trying to get him to do a heavyweight fight. And Ali beat Liston in that big fight. But what he did, I was like, wow. I mean, he's going to every length possible to get or to secure a conversation between he and Paul Ryan, and Paul Ryan doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Hey, Carmen, what's your name? Oh, well, Carmen, I already know your name. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm in Indianapolis. I just wanted to say that I saw a tweet today from Voice of Europe, and I believe it came back from. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
I apologize. It came from an article from the Washington Post, and it has a picture attached to it, and it's these Europeans with printed signs, professionally printed signs, and on those signs it says, "Trump is right." You may want to pull it up, but it is a very telling picture of how they're looking at Trump overseas.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Carmen, thank you for your call. You know what, too? Carmen said about the signs and printing. You know what always really bugged me is how you had English signs in those Muslim countries, just pure English, like, I mean, just printed, like they got them at Kinko's or something. You know, I mean,
Can you say unions?
I mean, you know, they're holding up signs that says Obama sucks. You know, I'm like, wait a minute. How do y'all know how to do that in English? You know, they can't even. You really can't talk the language. But I mean, they got Obama. You know, whatever. USA sucks. You know, I was like, dang. They talk.
Carmen, you got to get rid of Andre Carson too. That guy.
They talk English better than us. 202-470-6738. You know, starting tomorrow. RSBN is going to be putting a TV guy, a camera guy in the field. So what you're going to be watching on the Right Side Broadcasting Network is the Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're putting our own people out in the field, and by saying that, they're going to be panning the crowd. You know, you keep hearing how Donald Trump keeps saying that the media does not pan the crowd. They won't pan the crowd. Well, Right Side Broadcasting Network is going to be panning the crowd tomorrow, and at future events, he's going to be panning the crowd. So that should be great. And like I said last week, you might not have noticed, but a lot of the feed that was coming out from the media was messing up while Donald Trump was talking. We determined that they were probably doing it on purpose. That every time Donald Trump had something to say, the audio would mess up or the video would mess up. But guess what? Now we got our own. And we've been credentialed by the Trump campaign to go in and film or to do the recording. So I'm looking forward to it. We have Dave from Arkansas. Dave Rudabaugh.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dave Rudabaugh?
Hey.
Keep your head, man. Keep your head.
How's it going?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I just wanted to give a shout out to RSBN. I read all their comments and all the great people there. Mm-hmm. You know, it kind of feels like a family.
Yeah, well, it is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
What you want to talk about real quick?
I was just going to say that the first time that I became a fan of Donald Trump was whenever he took the issue of Obama's birth certificate, mm-hmm. and he was able to use the media to get a response from the White House, and I just thought it was amazing. And when he ran, I'm like, yeah, this is the guy, because of what they did to Ron Paul and how the media reacted. I just thought, you know, it was hopeless, you know. Mm-hmm. And to see him come in and just stomp the media like he has, it's just been so wonderful and so refreshing, you know, to see that. And, you know, I hate that they come with him at a vengeance, but I think that it don't matter if Ted Cruz or any of them, the Republicans, they would have been, you know, doing the same kind of thing. It didn't matter which Republican got there. And that's pretty much it.
All right, Dave.
I love you. I love you guys.
Hey, Dave. Thank you so much. Hey,
yeah, we appreciate that for sure.
If you remember, y'all, if you have any questions and you don't want to call in, make sure you are using the hashtag WD Show. Okay, WD Show. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at it a couple minutes ago, and Al Munger, Infowars 77, put out a meme to the WD show. Says, "You didn't hear from me." It's a meme of Bill Clinton. "You didn't hear from me. Trump is who you want, not my power hungry, insane wife. No, insane blop of a wife that will doom us all. It's too late for me. Save yourselves." So that was cute.
Hey, what do you think about this new thing that's coming out? With which Glenn Beck was the one that actually started it, saying that the whole Trump campaign is just a stunt to get Hillary elected, that he's just going to bail out or do something so crazy. Glenn Beck said that at the beginning, and I was just wondering what you guys thought about that. Have you heard it? Have you heard this new?
Did he have a pink ring or a grape ring around his mouth when he said it?
Pink earring.
No, ring. Just Kool-Aid ring.
Yeah, I mean, it was just something that, I heard him say it a couple months ago, and now it's starting to come back.
He's drunk.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really, because one of the things that got me really interested in Trump in the beginning, it was because he used to be establishment. Then and there let me know he's going to scare the living crap out of the GOP. He's going to scare the crap out of the Democrats. They are going to be petrified of him because he knows everything that they don't want anybody to know about them. And that's why I loved him, because he knows how to play the game. I think the reason that Glenn Beck did say that is to try to scare people away. But also, I don't think they really knew what the Donald Trump in 2016, like they may have known from the 1980s or the 1990s. Nobody really knows inside of Donald Trump. And so I think they were just as curious to try to find out who is this Donald Trump type of guy. I think it was used as a fear tactic, and I think it was also used due to the fact that they were trying to figure out who the heck Donald Trump is on the inside, because that's something you really don't see.
Okay, Joe, you want to put that picture up there?
Glenn Beck looks a little thin. I thought he's a little chubbier than that.
If you really want us to go off on Glenn Beck, you want to put that picture up there, then I'll go off on Cheeto Man.
Put up a picture of him crying.
I'll go off on Cheetos Man anytime, okay? I mean, you really don't hear that much about him these days, do you?
No.
You really don't hear that much about him. Maybe he's fasting.
Did you see what he's doing? He has this surrogate, I don't know, he's not a journalist, but he has this guy that's interviewing the jihadist, the guy that killed the Dallas cops, interviewing his family, and it's only going to be on The Blaze. And they're running it on Fox and everything else. It's going to come up on Wednesday, the interview of the killer's father. And it's just...
Al Munger on Twitter said, "Do you think Jeff Sessions will be VP? Roger Stone hinted at it."
I hope not.
I hope not.
Senate seat.
I hope not. And again, we keep saying that Donald Trump right now needs allies in particular places. For me, my thing is, I hope Jeff Sessions stays in the Senate, because he doesn't have any friends in the Senate. He doesn't. I mean, Donald Trump doesn't. Ted Cruz is not a friend. Marco Rubio, for some reason, has I don't know, maybe he has the flu, I don't know, and he doesn't want Trump to catch it, but he's decided to separate himself from Donald Trump lately. He's not even going to the convention when he said that he would go to the convention and speak for Donald Trump. So Sessions, to me, is the link within the Senate, and he needs somebody in there. You just can't take everybody out, so that's my thing. Al, thanks for using the hashtag WD Show. Guitar Zan from Twitter says, "How will Hillary get out of debating Trump?"
She won't.
Oh, that's easy. She's going to have a headache, or she's going to have sniper fire on the tarmac before she even gets to the debate stage, I guess. I don't know.
I can be smart, Alec. Know what will happen. There'll be another attack or a shooting, just like it always is.
I tell you what.
Something will come up. Something will always come up if it has to do with Hillary Clinton or Trump being in the limelight. And he's looking a little presidential. Trust me, there's going to be something that's going to come, that's going to rise, that's going to divert the attention, just like today. Trump gave an amazing veteran, and I called it. I said, okay, guys, Trump's speaking today. What's going to happen? Trump spoke, boom. All eyes were on Michigan, talking about a shooting, but it happened to be, somebody inside of a courtroom that was going to jail and actually got the gun. So Obama can't come out and talk about gun control, but something will happen, guys. I guarantee it. This is the common denominator with the name Hillary Clinton. Anytime something arises and she's looking bad or Trump is looking good, something always overshadows it, and it's typically a shooting or a terrorist attack.
Well, she's always looking bad, though. That's why the press don't want to take pictures of her walking up the steps.
No, please don't do that.
His Grace in the chat room for RSBN says, Wayne Dupree for VP. It rhymes. Yeah, but it's not making enough money for me. And it's too many headaches. I didn't watch West Wing twice. I don't want to VP position. I want to stay right here with my crew on RSBN and bring you the best possible. I can't do RSBN in the White House. It's just too many secrets, too many cameras. I can't talk about people in the White House.
Hey, you know what you said about the cameras at the rallies coming up? Make sure you follow at Adam_Taxin, Tavin. No, Taxin, Taxin.
You drinking too?
At Adam_Taxin. He's going to be the guy that's out there with the camera, with the white with the polo shirt with the RSBN logo on it. He'll be panning the crowd. Look for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, 202-470-6738, 202-470-6738. Wait, 202-470-6738. All right.
Speaking of the convention, guys, how concerned are you about your safety there and what you expect as far as protests and such from Black Lives Matter and et al., all of them?
Look, ain't nothing going to happen to me.
I'm not worried either. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not, it's not going to stop me.
Ain't nothing going to happen to me. Because ain't nothing going to happen to me. Because I ain't going to let it.
Because I got your
Oh,
back.
ain't nothing gonna happen. But if somebody smarts off to me, I'm gonna jack them up.
No, you ain't.
I'm just kidding. No.
No, you ain't.
This is what I'm talking
no,
about.
Cam.
Violence.
Actually, y'all will be kind of surprised because I have no problem having a civil conversation with you.
I know, but we need you at the broadcast table. It's not happening.
The last time I went somewhere with Wayne, I got called a coke sucker. That was right before. That was right before the bomb scare.
You know what was really funny about that? Hutch was late getting there, and then Hutch, when he did get there, people were marching outside the thing. Hutch was like, he kind of grabbed up his pants. He's like, "What we got now? What we got?"
I rolled into it.
He was ready to go. What we got? What we got? Who wants some? Who wants some?
I think the one thing going for us being like in the media is due to the fact that anytime they want to be heard. So when you put something in front of their face and you want to ask them why they're there, you're immediately not the enemy anymore. You're actually somebody they want to talk to.
If you don't have Fox on, because if you have Fox on, then they're gonna call you out.
Yes. So my Trump hat's going to be out the window then for that.
I'm not bringing my Trump hat.
I'll bring it, but I won't be wearing it into the convention if we're going out and seeing what's going on with any of the protesting.
I've been seeing what some of those people do with Trump hats. They take it off your head and throw it around like one of those balloons at a concert before they burn it.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, when it's to the point that Reince Priebus says, I really don't even know what to expect at this point because we're seeing information where they're busting in 8,000 people. I really don't know. I really am almost kind of like, is that a lot of people really going to show up like that? I'm expecting worse to be at the DNC.
They've got a perimeter set up. I mean, it's going to be, unless they're not going to be able to infiltrate inside the building for one thing. They'll be outside and acting up, but we'll see what happens. But I think that the authorities will deal with whatever they have to deal with, and I'm sure that the Governor Kasich, as big as a anti-Trump guy as he's been, I'm sure he's got the National Guard ready, whatever it takes. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Sami Wong in Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Sami, how you doing?
Hey, not bad. Hey, I'm watching you guys show right now. I'm on my lunchtime. This is my second job.
Oh, okay. All right. What you having for lunch, Sami?
Some kind of Chinese food.
Oh, well, okay.
It's chicken barbecue, teriyaki.
Okay, all right. Say something for me then, man. I mean,
Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, you guys do a good job, and I really enjoy to watch what you guys show.
Thank you, man.
On my lunchtime.
Thank you.
Not much. They're saying do a good job, keep a good work, and Trump 2016.
All right, I like that. Thank you a lot.
Thanks, Sammy.
Hey, for all the callers, when you call in, before you roll out, when you get finished saying what you need to say, then if you're a Trump supporter and you call on the line, just give us a Trump 2016, okay? Just give us a Trump 2016. That'll work. So we're getting ready to roll up out here. Our production team in the back gave us 30 extra minutes for these phone calls tonight on a Monday night. You could have been watching Megyn Kelly, and you're not. We thank you so much. We really do thank you. Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly. How many of y'all out there are watching CNN these days? How many of y'all out there are watching CNN? Hashtag WD Show. Let me know if y'all are watching CNN. If y'all broke down and y'all are watching CNN or sharing their stuff. All right. It's not good, but yeah, let me know so I can fuss you out on Twitter or Facebook. All right.
You're gonna have to fuss me out on Facebook because I shared a video.
You watching? You are not watching.
I didn't watch it, but I never do. But
okay, all right.
They had a good video that they shared about Texas and two different protesters groups coming together, which I thought was really important for the media to share in general because they try to divide us so much. So my bad.
Well, she's in Atlanta, and that's where their flagship
I know.
That's right. Sorry, guys.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna bring Josh back on here. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Good.
What you want to talk about? You're gonna be my last caller of the night, okay?
Okay.
What do you want to talk about again?
Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Is he? I don't think he's endorsed Hillary yet. But
not yet.
Do you think the Trump voters are going to vote for Bernie Sanders?
You mean you think the Bernie Sanders voters are going to vote for Trump?
Yes.
I hope so.
Some of them.
Josh.
Yeah. My prediction was Bernie wasn't going to live past the election because he looked.
I love our young callers. They're the best.
Josh,
the oil.
Josh, you just entered the Wayne Hall of Fame, man. I mean, that was good. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Hey, what grade are you in, Josh?
I'm going to 8th.
How old are you again?
Wow. I'm 13.
Let me tell you something. My daughter's just turned 13. So, what's your future, Josh?
What?
What's your future?
I want to be a car designer, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
An engineer, good.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
who knows what's going to go on? I might have to manufacture in a different country where if Hillary gets in, she'll destroy this one. So.
Woo! Look, Josh, I like your politics, but I got to make sure you got some money in the bank before I introduce you to my daughters, man. You hear me? You got to have money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so no, but thank you, man, for calling in. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Josh,
Man, we're reaching the young people.
We got Josh. We got Josh and Christopher. Christopher from Hawaii, Josh from Massachusetts. One is 13, one is 14, I think. Or
That's
one.
what happens when you have the millennial falcon here, Wayne. Just attract them.
I thought you were asleep.
I was too. Not gonna lie to you, I thought I had to slap my face for a second, make sure I was still okay.
Oh, really? Really? Is that it? Really? You know what? I just got that. You just threw that back on me real quick. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if that's what we're doing. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, remember, the Right Side Broadcasting Network, we're going to have the cameras in the field. They are going to pan the audio. They're going to be there. They're going to be capturing Donald Trump on a different feed from the regular TV feeds and everything. And they're going to be able to pan the crowd to let you know and let you see what the crowd really looks like. Something that you aren't able to see on regular TV. And then after the Trump rally, then we'll be on right after that. We'll be right after the Trump rally tomorrow night. So we won't be on at 9 o'clock, but we'll be right on right after that. So with that being said, Stacey, how can people reach out to you on social media?
You guys can reach me at Discovering Me 40 on Twitter, and I am at Stacey Straka Rush on Facebook.
Cole McNeely.
You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter at Cole McNeely.
The internet on YouTube. Right?
I was thinking about the internet going around YouTube. Yeah.
What's your website, Cole?
At Cole, I can't talk right now. ColeMcNeely.com. Go there, check it out. You millennials listening, 13, 14-year-olds, go check it out. Are they? No, they're not millennials, are they? What are they? They're too young. Wow. I feel old. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Hutch.
SteelCityResistance.blogspot.com. Before the Wayne Dupree Show at 8 p.m. is Cold War Radio. Check me out. Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook, Berg's Eye View on Twitter. Thanks, everybody.
Miss Cambry Nelson.
On Twitter at Cam, KAMVTV.
And you can catch me on Twitter at Wayne Dupree Show. You can catch me on Facebook. Just go to, or just type in Wayne Dupree Show. And don't forget, go by WayneDupree.com or NewsNinja2012.com. Support us there. Support the stories, the updates, news stories, breaking original articles. Everything is there. WayneDupree.com or NewsNinja2012.com. Until tomorrow night, stick with the Right Side Broadcasting Network and Spreaker, all of my lovely family members in there. We'll be seeing you tomorrow night. Remember, we're going to be on after the Donald Trump rally. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Nobody knows. Is there something at home? Nobody knows why she dances alone. Nobody knows what she's running from. You can ask her. Wow.
There's only but one color that matters, and that is the color of red, white. Focusing on the colors that unite us, USA! USA! USA!